enough credit for being, I've had Lala on my podcast and I'm blown away both times of like, this girl is smart. I don't care if you don't like Lala, guys. I never realized Ariana was that smart, right? Like I thought she was so well spoken in her interviews with Jenna Bush and Hoda. So her, whether you like her or not, I was like, I don't sense this is Ariana from Vanderpump Rules. So I'm going to predict a couple of things here. I'm not so sure Ariana's going to like, I could see her leaving. I could. This is just my opinion. If someone really wronged me, and she really doesn't seem to be about the money, Ariana, first of all, I mean, I would just be like, you totally screwed me over. I am not going to film a reality TV show with you. Also, to me, based on these interviews, she seems bigger than the show now. She seems, I mean, they ain't asking Sheena Shea to go sit in the center seat on The View. They ain't asking Tom Schwartz. I mean, The View is a fucking real big deal. So to me, I just feel Ariana to me already feels like she's kind of separated. She's Dancing with the Stars is real. Thank you. You can give us 10% later because we put that out there in the world. Andy Cohen confirms it on Watch What Happens. I mean, she also doesn't need the money. I guarantee you she's getting paid more for Dancing with the Stars than she did for her last season of Vanderpump Rules. I think that she has the endorsement deals. I think Ariana could have a great career outside of Vanderpump Rules. Now, if they could work it out, sure. But to me, she is the Christine Quinn now. She, to me, I'm not even such a big fan. I'm not even I don't even hate Raquel and Tom the way everybody does. But I just think objectively, she seems bigger than the show to me. It wouldn't shock me. I mean, so that's one way I think this could be solved is like if I were her team, I would say like, now is the time to jump. And by the way, unlike Christine Quinn, who has burned all her bridges at Selling Sunset, I mean, she trashed Adam DeVello, she trashed Netflix. Ariana will leave with grace. She can come back after a season if it ain't working out for her. If I were her team, I would advise her to leave. I really, truly would. And then imagine that all these kids are going to be there and Tom Sandoval, and they're all going to be talking about Scandoval, and Ariana is going to be out doing like real press, real like higher level stuff. This epiphany, it was those interviews that the light bulb went off. I couldn't believe her on The View, and I couldn't believe her. I was like, she is truly the face of women scorned nationwide. That's like it's right. So I like
that. I didn't really look at it that way. Part of me thinks leaving when you have this many eyeballs around you is not a good idea, because we all know things are so fickle in Hollywood. Like, yes, you've got the Lifetime thing, but you know, lots of times things like they make these announcements, the show is happening, and then they shoot halfway and then they cancel it for various reasons. Now we're in a writer's strike. Who knows how long it will take till that show comes out. Dancing with the Stars to me is one and done. You know, I mean, if you win it, great. Could anybody name the winner of last season's Dancing with the Stars?
No.
Exactly. So I like your strategy. I just am like, if I'm her PR person, I guess, they have the sandwich shop. Maybe she goes on, writes more cookbooks. I mean, yeah, I think you're right. If you want to leave, this is the time to make it, to launch it. And to your point, she is leaving in really good standing. So like you said, if in a year or two, nothing is popping, come back. I mean, I think I tend to gravitate to the way you spun it. Then I don't know. I mean, I just think being in Hollywood, trying to produce a show, like seeing how hard it is to even get on TV and then harder to stay on TV. And, I stand by this. I am not a Vanderpump Rules fan until this season. I never watched, but I can tell you, like the first 3 episodes, I mean, this show 1000% would have been canceled if it wasn't for this Scandoval. 1,000. I don't know how you feel. You're such an expert, but
I'm not as convinced. I'm just not. I'm not yet.
You're telling me you would bet the farm on if there wasn't Scandoval, you think this show would get a renewal?
Between you and Kim, she talks about betting her townhouse. I'm like, I'm not betting my Hamptons townhouse that I'm sitting in. Every week on the Patreon, she's like, I wouldn't bet my townhouse on Melissa not coming back. I'm like, I'm not betting anything. I'm just giving my opinion here, people. So no, I'm not going to go bet the farm or the Hamptons townhouse or like, my iPhone that I'm sitting in front of here. But I don't
No
know.
one would care. I can tell you right now, no one would give two licks if there wasn't Scandoval. If these guys were just opening shorts and Sandy's and, we were following Tom and Katie still being separated and Lala. I mean, because of Scandoval, we heard very little about Lala and Emmett this entire season. So anyhow,
Except for
I
the Hulu
think it
special that
would
I was
be,
in, but yes.
yes, which we're going to talk all about.
But,
And
but
we
but
have,
by
but
the way, I'm just trying to like reconcile this pause, which you could call it what you want. Alex Bastian, the executive producer, has said we don't know how to figure this out. I mean, he didn't say that, but they don't know how to figure it out. If she doesn't leave, the only solution too would be that they will go to her on bended knees. The
yeah,
compromise will be like, we have fired Raquel and you don't want to work with this man, Tom, but they're going to have to come up with a lot of money, a lot. So I think
yeah.
the second solution that I could see happening is the compromise of like, we've let Raquel go and you don't want to film with Tom, but your salary is going up from, $52,000 to, $900,000. I think
I
they're
would
going to
that would
give
that would do it for me. That would do it for me. That's a
I think they're
lot
going
of
to give
money.
her, I think they're going to, I mean, I'm just trying to get around the statement that she refuses to film with them. Now, if Sheena holds out and she absolutely refuses to film, she'll get her pink slip. If Lala holds out and refuses, I mean, she's a vital part of the show. I think she might get a pink. I mean, I don't know if this whole Friends like Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox and let's all get $1 million an episode. I see what you're trying to do. You need Tom and you need Ariana, guys. And they would like as many of the other people as possible. I don't know. Are you really going to stay? I mean, these people this isn't Kathy Hilton. It's not Lisa Vanderpump. Like there's not a lot of money there. There's not. Like, I know they're living, the normal trying to make it in LA life. So I think everyone's going to get a pay raise. So I think there's a way to bring people back, but I think I could see Ariana just being like, I think they're good. So I just think option 2, if she doesn't leave or is advised, they're going to have to come up with a shitload of money to keep her. And I think, and does Raquel matter? Does Raquel matter at this point?
No,
They
I don't think
broke
Raquel
up,
matters. And I think,
apparently.
Jax and Brittany would come back in a heartbeat. I think Kristen Doty would come back in a heartbeat. A heartbeat. So I mean, you bring, if Ariana, I mean, I don't know,
Right.
I
If
mean,
Sheena doesn't want the money, Jax will film with Tom. If Lala
I
doesn't
was
want
gonna
the
say Brittany
money,
will, yes.
Brittany, yes, they will come back. Jax and Brittany, as our good friend Carlos King says, David, life after Housewives is not pretty. Same thing once you're off and you're so I mean, but I still stand by the Ariana thing that it's like this is so big. I mean, Jackson, Brittany, Stassi, they're not like center seat on The View. I still like Ariana, look,
Yeah.
what she has going for her, which like a Nene Leakes doesn't have, a Kim Zolciak. I've always said this. There's a way to act insane on reality TV. And when that is over, your career is over. Ariana could, after watching these interviews, be a real correspondent on E! News, or
I
she is
agree.
really, I'm like, I never knew you were this well-spoken, calm, smart, right? Like, really?
Yes, I agree. I agree. I definitely. Well, first of all, I mean, we have to even get into the finale. I mean, to me, I thought the finale of Vanderpump Rules was some of the best television that I've seen. I mean, hands